What's up, team? Matt here with your short ab crusher. Today, we're gonna focus on hitting 360 degrees of a core. So our upper abs, our lower abs, our obliques, and our lower back. For this workout, you're gonna need nothing but your body. So when you're ready, we'll see you right back here on the mat. We're gonna start off on our butt in a sit-up. So let's take it on down on the ground, sitting down. We're gonna have 30 seconds each move here, team. So 3 movements, 30 seconds each, nonstop. We're gonna work for 90 seconds, and then we'll completely rest for 30, and then we'll pick it back up, and I'll walk you through that. So our first movement, we're gonna start off with what we call a butterfly sit-up. Feet together, this is butterfly position. All right, up to you if you wanna extend your legs or not, but all we're gonna do is sit all the way back, tap the floor behind our head, keeping that rib cage tucked. We're gonna sit all the way up, sitting tall, tapping in front of our toes, right? So our shoulders come in line with those knees. So you're gonna join me into these sit-ups in 3, 2, 1, and begin. All right, so round one, I always say, let this be your round of figuring it out. All we're thinking about doing is tucking that rib cage down, sitting up nice and tall, tapping the floor in front of us, and then returning back to the floor. Now, it's all about breathing in this movement. We wanna think power on that way up. So big exhale up, inhale down. We have about 10 seconds, and we're gonna sit up nice and tall. So I'm gonna transition to that next movement. You give me a couple more reps. We're going right into a Russian twist. So sitting up nice and tall in 3, 2, 1. Core is on, heels are on the ground, and we're rotating side to side. So level one, if you notice, my feet are on the ground. If that's you, great, do it. If you need a little bit more of a challenge, bring your feet off the ground. Keep the body stable and not rock side to side. A lot of times when we lift our heels up, our feet sway. We want to keep them grounded. We want to stay planted. So again, chest is tall. We're thinking about rotating through the midline. So our shoulders are rotating. We're not just moving our hands. All right, 5 seconds. We're going to lay it back on the ground, and we're going to a flutter kick. We're going to hit those lower abs. So you're going to join me, hands under the small of your back in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So flutter kick. Rib cage is tucked down, shoulder blades off the ground. If you notice, my hands are under the lower back. There's a little support. If you need that, great, take it. If not, you can bring your hands by your side. But the biggest thing here is keeping that lower back glued to the floor. Team, you got about 10 seconds. Come on. Just breathe. Long chops. One leg up, one leg down. Let's keep that back nice and flat. We're almost there. Here we go. In 4, in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Team, that was round one. We're just getting started. So check it out. We've been through our movements one time. Now, getting an idea of our movements on round one, round two, we start to test, all right? So whatever you did in those sit-ups, I want you to now take note on how many reps you can achieve, all right? So right now, I want you to count your reps on the sit-up. We're going about 5 seconds. Let's get back to that butterfly position. Whew. Round two, we're going back into it in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So sitting back, again, reaching with those arms. Now, don't create more momentum with the arms, but think about pulling yourself up, right? We reach our arms back, we almost flare the rib cage, we want to keep it tucked down, but we're pulling ourselves right up to build that strength through the midline. All right, keep repping it out, rep it out. You got about 10 seconds here. We're gonna go back to, we're gonna go right back to that Russian twist. Again, thinking about bringing those feet off the ground, controlling that lower body. Here we go, transitioning in 3, 2, 1. If you can bring your legs a little bit longer, sitting back a little bit further, great. If not, keep those heels down. But again, focus on not rocking those feet side to side. Keep that body controlled, keep it tight. I always say, keep it tight, keep it right. Just breathe. Oh yeah, that little burn should be coming on now. Big thing here, if we start to feel that lower back, what does that mean? We're caving, we're getting loose, right? Sitting up nice and tall, chest tall, broad shoulders. 5 more seconds, back to that flutter kick. This is where it all comes together now in 3, 2, 1. Let's get those lower abs on fire. Let's go. So again, if you need, hands on the small of the back. This is all about staying consistent. Can we add speed through the chop, keeping our body moving for a little bit longer duration? 15 seconds now. Keep chopping, keep chopping. If you feel that burn, great. I always say if it don't burn, you don't earn. So if you started, then why are you stopping? Here you go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Woo. Nice little burn going there, huh? All right, so 2 rounds down, 1 round to go. I always say the first round is our test. We're figuring it out, we're understanding. Our second round, we get used to it, but we push that barrier a little bit more, right? We get achieving 1, 2, 3 more reps. Now, last round, last set, best set, we're going above and beyond. This is the one where we find that max effort. We're going 1 more rep than we got last set. So let's get back to those sit-ups, get into that butterfly position, as many reps as possible. We're not gonna stop moving for 90 seconds. You've already been there twice. Let's dive into it in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, how do we stay moving over time? How do we keep our body going for that more max effort set? Well, breathe, baby, breathe. Big exhale up, inhale on the way down. Create that pull with those arms as we come all the way up. We got about 15 seconds. We're going back to that Russian twist, side to side again. We're rotating through the torso, coming up in 4, 3, 2, 1 V-sit position. Let's rock it out side to side here. So thinking about rotating those shoulders again, that last set. Feet are stable. Good, just breathe. Keep it tight, keep it controlled. Again, we're looking to keep that chest up so we're not arching, the lower back's not bending. Good, 5 more seconds. We're going right into that flutter kick for our last 30 seconds, team. Hold on to it in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Roll right back and chop. It's probably the longest 5 seconds of your life. You'll notice that. I'll say how much time is left, and you'll probably work a couple more seconds more. That's a good thing. It's going to force you to work harder. It's going to push you outside your comfort zone, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to challenge ourselves, team, because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But not everyone is with us, so let's go. We got about 30. Less than 30. Keep dropping, keep dropping. You should feel those lower abs by now. That midline should be worked. Oh, yeah. Hold on to it. Keep that rib cage tucked down. Shoulder blades are off the ground. Less than 10 now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew. Give yourselves a second. We have about 20 seconds to dive right into our next set. Remember, we have a short amount of time, so we got to keep it efficient. So I want you to come onto the side. Your right hip on the side, elbow down on the ground, all right, team? So you're gonna join me in about 5 seconds. So laying on your right hip on the side, legs are coming up, arms are chopping in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So weight on that right hip, elbow on the ground is gonna help chop us up and down. These are called oblique V-ups. Good, again, breathing here. We're pushing into that ground to pull ourselves up and down. You got 15 seconds, we're gonna transition to the other side. If you need low option, always pull those knees in, right? All right, we got about 5 more seconds. I'm gonna flip over. You're gonna roll over to the other side. We're transitioning in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So same thing on the other side, coming all the way up, all the way down. One thing I want you to focus on, you're dropping your legs just above the floor. We're reaching our arm over our head, but not letting that shoulder hit the ground. So we're coming up and down. Again, these don't have to be fast. We just want them to be consistent. So find that chop, find the control, up, and down, team. We got about 5 more seconds. You keep moving. I'm gonna meet you in a high plank position in 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So high plank, we're gonna start off shoulders in the wrist, thighs and glutes are tight. I want your feet shoulder width apart. Now, all I want you to do is walk your right hand forward, walk your left hand forward, walk your right hand back, walk your left hand back. Now, little by little, I want you to walk your hands forward even more and back. So always going forward a step more, but always bringing your hands just back under the hips. Now, we're focusing on not rocking the hip, right? We don't want this. I always say, loose hips, sink ships. That's not what we want here. Tight and right. You got 5 more seconds in 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, team. So that's right off the board. Round 1 is down. We're gonna go right back into it. Round 2 starting right back to the top. So when you're ready, let's dive right back onto that right side. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, let's go. Right back into it now. Team, you're gonna notice something about me. We're gonna keep it moving, especially when we have a short amount of time. We're not gonna stop. So what I want you to focus on doing is breathing. Breathing is gonna allow you to move longer, right? It's just like everyday life. If you held your breath, things will be a little bit harder. So I want you to focus on that constant breathing. We're gonna flip over to the other side. You got 5 more seconds. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Right back into it. This block is nonstop. Just gonna keep that fire alive. Let the burn live. Come on. Now, that's second time we go back into that plank up or that plank walk out. I want you to walk a little bit further. Those obliques should be on fire, team. Let's go. Flipping it over in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it right back into that plank. Now, your feet are wide. We've already walked out just a little bit. I want you to take it to that next level. Step out even further. Reach to the end of that mat. Hips are low, abs are on. We're pushing your hands into the ground. We're bringing them back under. Each time, stepping in a little bit further, finding a new challenge. That's it, that's it. 10 seconds. You know what we're doing. We're going right back to the top. In 5, in 4, taking it down. In 3, 2, 1, right back on that right side. Let's go. Woo. Team, again, non-stop. What that's gonna do is bring that heart rate up, right? We're not only focusing on a burn in our abs, but we're getting this conditioning aspect. That's what it's all about. Functional activity. Switching the other side in 3, 2, 1, right back to it. Let's go. Y'all know the drill here. Y'all know how we do now. We're almost there, almost there. Keep chopping. I want you to find that burn. You got about 10 seconds. You're going into that plank walkout. Here it is in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank position, let's go. This is it, your last 30 seconds, team. I want you to walk further. I want you to work harder. Be more efficient in your movement, pressing those hands through the ground. Get long, get strong, come on. We got 5 more seconds, get further, 1 more in 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo, caught that sweat right before it hit the mat. That's what it's all about. Team, our last round here, our last interval, our last block. We got 2 movements. Dead bug, my favorite. Everyone on their backs. We can dive right back into it. Just enough time to do nothing. All right, let's get into it. So, hands, elbows touching, rib cage is stuck down. I want you to push your elbows and your knees into each other as hard as you can. All right, we're just gonna hold here, 30 seconds. So what we're focusing on doing is tucking that rib cage down, pulling those shoulders off the ground, keeping that lower back flat. You got 10 seconds here. Now, this is as hard as you make it. If you just lay there, it's gonna be easy. But if we're really forcefully driving our elbows and knees together, it's gonna be tough. We got about 5 more seconds. We're still pushing in, holding. Here we go. You got 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, team, we're gonna flip it over and go right into a forearm plank. So when you're ready, you got 10 seconds, enough in these transitions, just flip over, get ready, and go. I'll talk to you when we get there, but let's drop it down onto our forearms, shoulders over our elbows, hips, heels, and shoulders are in line. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So things to think about in the plank hold. Palms are flat, elbows driven into the floor. We're pushing our body away. Rib cage is down, glutes and thighs are tight. Now, I always say this, the plank should be hard within the first 10 seconds. Why? Because we're not just laying there holding, right? We're actively pulling our elbows and our toes together. We got about 10 seconds. I want you